Okay, so we have 4 equations. Let's solve them. Actually, we have 3 equations and then 1 system of equations. So let's do A first, right? So A. I'm going to actually multiply by 15 just to get rid of my fractions. Again, you do not have to do it, but I think it's always easier to get rid of your fractions by multiplying. Okay, so this becomes 3x plus 5x equals 30. 8x equals 30. Divide by 8, and we get x equals 30/8, which is 15/4. And you can leave it like that instead of changing it to a mixed number. Okay, for B, I have x plus 0.15x. Here you have a choice. You can just eliminate the decimals by multiplying by 100 if you think it makes it easier. I'll just show you doing that. Whether you do it or not is your choice. So now I have 100x equals 15x, plus 15x equals 200. So I have 115x equals 200. Divide by 115. And I get x equals 200 over 115. And now if we want to leave that in fraction form, we would reduce the fraction. So we see that 5 goes into both, right? So 5 goes into 240 times. 5 goes into 115. Let's see, that's 223 times. And I could leave it like that. Now, since it was money, right? I saw money in there. I would probably take out my calculator now and divide, and it would come out to about 1.74. And again, I'm only doing that because I saw that there was money in the question, so therefore money was the answer. Okay, and C, let's make some room. C is a proportion, right? So x plus 2 over 3 equals x minus 2 over 7. And we're going to cross multiply, right? So I get 7 times x plus 2 equals 3 times x minus 2. Now we'll distribute 7x plus 14 equals 3x minus 6. I'll subtract 3x from both sides. And I have 4x plus 14 equals negative 6. I'll subtract 14 from both sides. And we have 4x equals negative 20. And I'll come up here. Divide both sides. So let's write it again. Equals 20. Divide both sides by 4. And I get x equals negative 5 for part C. And the last one, we have a system of equations, and they're both set equal to y. So we can use equal value method. Since they both equal y, then they both equal themselves. So I take the right-hand side of both, right, 2/3 x plus 8, and I set them equal to each other, equals 1/2 x plus 10. We could get rid of our fractions by multiplying by 6, right? And we get 4x plus 48 equals 3x plus 60. We subtract 3x from both sides, and we get x plus 48 equals 60. Subtract 48 from both sides. So x comes out to be 12. Now we're not done, clearly, because this is a system, so we need to know what y equals. So I just take either of the two equations. I'll take the second. It looked a little easier. Y equals 1/2 x plus 10. And I'll substitute in 12 for x, right? Plus 10. So we get y equals 6 plus 10. Y equals 16. And the answer is an ordered pair, right? 12, 16, because we're looking for where those lines would intersect. So the answer is x is 12, y is 16, and we write that as an ordered pair.